My name is Doug Cutrell. I'm the Director of Professional Services for Siemens Corporation in the U.S., responsible for their temp labor program, consulting, and engineering services areas. The benefits we hope to see from our relationship with SourceRight include having more of a single point of contact for all of our temp labor positions, the interactions with our hiring managers for those workers themselves, as well as the platform support from a single supplier. So we're hoping to see a lot of process efficiencies, as well as some savings both from the cost of the workers and the process itself. As far as the infrastructure for the space, we're actually just now installing field glass as a single application structure across the U.S. And integrating that with both our background AP environment for invoice processing, as well as our personnel record system, or PeopleSoft system, to create more of an easier and more automated process flow from one technology. For the one technology platform, we're really hoping to see a better ability to report across the entire space in the U.S. Versus before we had around 7 or 8 different instances of applications. Really could not pull reports, compare pricing, or even have a single process flow for all of the space. The commitment with SourceRight as far as the partnership has been very strong. We're actually creating a lot of change in the space, both in the pricing structure and the application structure, which is a lot of work for everyone. So without the commitment levels, we probably wouldn't be able to make nearly as much of the progress as we have so far this year. The resource commitment on both sides is actually quite large. Not only have we had the ownership of the program, which is myself and a small group, but it does touch the entire HR environment, multiple IT environments within the Siemens companies, as well as all the hiring managers who are affected by the program. The measurement of both SourceRight and the Siemens team actually is dependent upon who you're asking the question of. The hiring managers with the HR groups themselves are more interested in time to fill the positions, or the noise level from complaints and how smooth the process actually works. If you ask the procurement groups, they're obviously asking about pricing. So we have a lot of groups to make happy, a lot of metrics to kind of keep track of in the space, whether it's time to fill, cost compared to benchmark, cost compared to history, and all those things are important to different people. The communication between the SourceRight and Siemens team has always been high. I think it's actually higher this year due to all the changes in the space and the fact that we're stressing all the processes and making all the changes today. So the hiring managers who may have been more on an automatic from the old process have to reach out more and interact with the SourceRight personnel, as well as the Siemens internal support functions too.
Great. It sounds like that's really critical to success.
Without that high level of communication, you actually would have a lot more complaints in the environment, a lot more of the actual internal customers feeling like we've abandoned them or broken the program entirely. Continuous improvement for me is more of a culture. It's hard to really guarantee with a metric. We do try and include some things as far as new process, new suggestions for change or improvements, but you have to kind of drive it as an expectation for the culture itself. You always want to have a high quality and a continuous improvement, a redesign of process to get more efficiencies.
Great. And I imagine SourceRight and Siemens do that together.
It's always a collaborative process between Siemens and SourceRight for change because we both touch the process so much, and we essentially both benefit or suffer from what's good or bad about it. For me, where I sit, the best example of the benefits of the relationship are the fact that we can make this much change in the environment. It takes all the parties to make it work, and without the commitment from both, it would never succeed.